Hi, today I'm going to talk to you about a new app that just came out, actually a new release of this app. It's Zello 2.1 for iPhone, and it's a neat little app that I've been using for a few days now. The user interface has changed a lot from the last release, and there are so many features that are so convenient. I think that you'll find it a lot more convenient than texting or making phone calls. Plus it's free. It runs on very little bandwidth, and as long as you have like a 2G at least, you can use it to talk to people across the world if you want to, all for free. It runs on Wi-Fi or your phone's data plan. So first of all, if you don't know what it is, it's a PTT or push to talk walkie-talkie and CB radio simulator app that runs across iPhones, Androids, Blackberries, and even on PC browsers. So I think you should try it out. It could become your favorite way to communicate, which it has for me. I haven't made a phone call in a long time, and I really don't like to text, and this is a much faster way of doing it. So you go to the iTunes App Store if you have iPhone. You do a search on Zello, it brings up the two versions. This is the free version, and this is the paid 99-cent version, and the two are identical in as far as user interface and features, except that Zello Plus has a little extra feature where you can customize your alerts using your own songs, or they have a sound library that you can select sound bites out of. And there's also something called the Zello at Work, which is for enterprise, for businesses. And it's free for the first 5 licenses, and then they charge you based on a number of users that you want to hook up on Zello. I'm not going to talk about that work application. If you want more information about that, I guess you can contact the company at Zello.com. So I've already installed Zello, the free version, and I'm going to get out of this panel here. If you're installing for the first time, you'll be asked for a unique username that's not being used, a password, confirmation of password, and email. And I suggest you type in your email, because it's that's how you would reset your password in case you ever lose or forget it. They're not going to send you any spam or anything like that. That's the only reason they ask for an email. So once you've installed it, you'll see this big orange Zello icon, and tap on that to open it. Let's go to the main menu. This is the username that you created when you installed Zello, and this is where you would change your profile or add details to your profile. This little gear icon here, so you tap on that. This is where you can take a picture or add a picture you've already taken for your profile. You can have a little text next to your picture here. You can describe more about yourself in the About field. Fill in your name, where you live, your website if you want to promote it. Make sure you select languages. This is how you get only the channels that you would understand. I'll talk about channels in more detail later, but you definitely want to select languages here, so you don't get a whole bunch of channels you don't really understand. Down here, I would suggest you fill in an email and a phone number for yourself, so that your friends and family can add you to their contact list easily by using your email or phone number. If they don't remember what your Zello name is, that is. And once you're happy with the settings, you tap on Save. I'm just going to exit this. Now up here is your current profile, and if you tap on it, you'll see your other accounts. You can have multiple accounts, and this is handy if you want to keep your business account separate from your family accounts, separate from your friends' accounts. And each one has its own separate profile, which you can change with the gear icon. I'm going to stay with the Tango 1955 username right now, so I'll tap on that. Status allows you to receive your messages real time. If you tap on this, you'll see other options. If you want to receive all your messages real time and any activity on channels real time, then you would stay on available status. If you don't want to be interrupted, if you're in a meeting or you're trying to sleep, then you would set your status to busy. This way you can still see banner alerts when something comes in, and you can go back and listen to the history later. If you don't want to receive any messages at all or any alerts, then you would type offline. Let's go back to the main menu. Speaker, obviously you have to have it on if you want to hear any of your messages. I can't turn it on during this demo because my mirroring software doesn't like it when I turn it on. So you won't hear any of the transmissions of the voices on this demo, but you'll see the voice volume indicators come on when somebody's speaking. This line is the last activity, and this is handy if you talk to one person or you listen to a channel frequently, so you don't have to go and look for it on the contact or channels listing. You can just come back here to the main menu and tap on this. So my last activity was to talk to this person named N. Pickering. If I tap on it, it takes me directly to the talk panel. This is the great big button that you press to talk. So to transmit a message to this person, since she or he is available by this indicator here, you can press the button, make sure that it's solid red before you start talking. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that person would have heard that real time, and if he or she is there, they will come back and respond, and you'll see it turn solid green. That means that they're talking back at you. This icon is new for this release, and it's really cool. It is where you go see the history and profile for N. Pickering. If you tap on this icon, it flips over the screen. And right now it is showing the history. This is the history with this person. The person hasn't come back with any responses. It's all me talking to this person, but you can listen to the conversation. You can delete the conversation, I think one message at a time or all of it, using this trash can icon here. And also you can check out this user's profile if you forget who this person is. You can report the person using this. So to go back to the talk panel, you tap on the mic icon. It flips back. One other nice thing here is the text alert feature. If you have like an emergency and you really, really need to get a hold of this person, you would type on that, tap on that, and type in your message. Type in something like, hey, I really need to talk to you now, and then send it. And it sends the text alert, and it also beeps. And it'll continue to beep until that person does something, either decline or accept it. So that's really handy to have. But it can be, I mean, if it beeps continually until that person picks it up. So it might be a little annoying as well. But you can turn that off in the settings, which I'll show you later. So let's cancel out of here and go back to the main menu using this icon. So solo is useful when you're in multiple channels, you're connected to multiple channels. You'll hear activity from all of your channels coming in as they happen. So you might get a little confused if you have like 5 different channels and people from all of the channels talking. If you're in a channel and you're talking to somebody and you don't want to hear all the other channels, you would select solo mode. So you don't hear all the other channels except the one you're in and talking on. Recents is recent activity, and this is going to show you recent activity between contacts and channels. This is what I just said 3 minutes ago, that little test I did. This is a channel that I was listening to 42 minutes ago. And the difference, you can tell the difference between contacts and channels by looking at the icons. When you're talking to a contact, they're going to either be like a green with a check, orange for busy, or open circle for offline. Channels have a different looking icon. They have this little dot in the middle. And if it's connected, it's going to be blue. If it's disconnected, it's going to be black. Echo is your voice testing feature. When you first install, you want to test the sound. You would select Echo and then do a little test. Testing 1, 2, 3. You could see when it turned green, it played it back. I don't think you could hear that though. But that's a really nice feature also for just sending yourself little reminder notes if you want to use it that way. Take little voice notes for yourself. So let's go back to the main menu again using this icon here. Okay, so if you want to add a contact, this is where you would go. This is also going to take you to your active contacts listing. Let's add a new contact down here. There are 4 ways you can add a contact. You can type in the username, if you know it, their email or phone number, if they provided it in their Zello profile, that is. Or you can go and search through your address book and invite people. So, for example, if I want to add iPickering, who I know has a Zello account, type in the username, do a search down here. And there is his Zello user account. Press on the profile, select add, and then you'll see that he is sent an invitation, which you can then decline or accept so that he becomes a contact on your list up here. This is, the invitation is done this way so that, of course, you don't get people being added to your contact list automatically, that, you know, people don't necessarily, that you don't want to necessarily talk to. You can decline their invitation. This prevents people from spamming your account. So up here is a user that I've added and I can talk to right now. This person's on standby, not going to hear my messages right now, but they'll be put into history. Let's go back to the main menu. Okay, channels is unique to Zello, and I don't think there's any other Walkie-Talkie that has this capability of doing channels. It's like a CB radio channel where you can talk to groups of people, a small group of people or a very large group of people. I don't think there's a limit to the number of subscribers you can have. If you're new to Zello and you want to like create a group chat, you would use channels to do that. So let's go down here and create a channel, or I'll show you how to create a channel. First of all, okay, to create a channel, go down here. This is the profile page for your new channel. If you create a channel, you are the administrator of this channel, and you can invite other users to it, and you can also change users to become moderators of your channel. And you can put a picture of something for your channel up here. You have to give it a name, obviously. You can type in a little description about what your channel is about. You can specify the kind of channel you want it to be. And this is very important depending on how public you want to make your channel. If you want a totally unrestricted public channel, then you would pick anyone can talk. And this means that anyone, anywhere in the world, at any time can talk. If you want to, get a lot of subscribers, this is probably the way you want to go. Listen only is like a broadcast only channel, and this is nice if you just want to broadcast messages and not have people talk back. For instance, I've seen broadcast only being used for weather alert channels and like scanner type first responder channels that tell you about accidents going on or burglaries going on. Very interesting. Traffic alert channels that are broadcast only. Another option is that you can make your channel a select channel. This is brand new for this release. And this is like a cool option if you want to have it, easily accessible to the public and anybody can listen, but you don't necessarily want everybody to be able to talk on it. You want to filter out people. When you make your channel a select channel, it is listen only when you first join until you contact the moderator or administrator and talk to them and then get permission to be added to a channel. So you become like a trusted user on a channel. It gives a lot more control to the administrator mods on who can talk, and it limits the amount of disruptions that you have on your channel. So let's get out of this. Fill in, information for your channel, where you're based. If you have a website, indicate if your channel is going to be talking about adult subjects or using explicit language by making this yes for 18 plus. If you want to be showing in a trending list, you would say yes. If you don't want to be showing, then set it to no. Categories is the type of topic your channel pertains to. Optional. It's important that you set languages again so that only the people that speak the language on the channel will see your channel. It helps filter out all the other channels, and it reduces the clutter in your channel's page. You can have a little voice clip in your channel profile for people to listen to. And if you want to make your channel totally private, you would set password required on it. And I would see this being used mostly for like personal channels, your family channel, maybe business channel you don't want other people to hear or participate in, then make sure you set password required to on. When you're happy with the settings, then you go and save your channel profile. Tap on save. But I'm just going to exit. If you want to add existing channels, you would go up here, search by channel name or keyword. You can type in the actual channel name if you know it, or a keyword in the description. Let's, for instance, say I'm looking for all the channels that are talking about Justin Bieber. I'm sure I'll have a lot of channels because he's very popular. Okay, so press search. And here you see all the channels throughout the world that are talking about Justin Bieber. They might be fan clubs, or it might be a channel that Justin himself has created to talk to fans. So just scroll down and check out the number of users. I think the ones that have the most users will have the most activity, obviously. You can press on their profile page and check it out. If you like what you see, you can add them. Add that channel. I'm going to exit. So in addition to typing in the name or keyword, you can also add a channel by going to the trendings list. This is new for this release too. This is a list of all the channels that have recent activity on them. That is, people actually talking on them. If you want to take a listen and check out a channel before actually joining, this is what you would use. If you want to listen, you have to tap on this icon here. It'll turn blue and you can hear what's going on. Okay, you can see that there was activity. Okay, they're talking right now. I'll turn it off. If you want to add that channel, press on the profile, add it. And here is the profile for that channel, the users that are on the channel, and the history. As long as you're connected to a channel, you can listen to the history of conversations on this channel. So let's just add it. Let's see what happens. Takes you to the talk panel, and you can talk right now if you want to, but I'm not going to. Same thing with the icon, the contacts page. You can flip this to see the users on there right now in the history and profile. So let's go back to the main menu up here. I go to channels now, it should be added to my active list, and it is. It's on the very top. This is the channel I created. And these are 2 other channels that I've added. Okay, this one's still active. It's talking right now, so I'm going to turn it off. Make sure you turn off your channels if you don't want to get surprises during the day, because they'll come in real time in those messages, and it could really scare you if you're not expecting anything. Okay, so if you don't want to see trending channels, you can turn this off by going up here. This list of trending channels is meant for general audiences. There are other channels that are not going to show because they're 18 over. If you want to add the 18 over channels, you would go here and add them. So let's go back to the main menu. Settings is where you set all your alerts. There are audio alerts. There are vibration alerts. The visual text alert, if you don't want to hear that annoying beep, turn it off. Audio settings, which I just leave at default. And here's a very important feature here that if you're a parent, you'll want to use. This thing here called restriction lock. This allows you to control what your child can do on Zello. If you open it, this shows you what your current settings are when the lock is not on. If you have a child and you don't want them listening to trending channels, you don't want them adding people or accepting invites from strange people or messing around with channels at all, then I would set this to enable the lock, and you would go tap on that, set a passcode that only you know, and then that way whenever your child wants to add a contact, he or she has to go through you, and they aren't going to see any of the channels. So let's cancel out that. And then on the bottom, you'll see how much storage your history has taken for the current account. If you want to delete it, just select delete here. If you have multiple accounts and you want to get rid of history from all of them, select this. When you're done with your settings, you're happy with them, select done. Takes you back to the main menu, and you're all set. So that is Zello 2.1. It's packed full of features, but it's very simple to use once you learn the interface. It's fast, it's free, and it could be really useful. You'll find that Zello instead of calling, which is what I do now, and whenever I travel, I use Zello to talk to family at home. It saves on your phone bill, and it also, you can use it to kill time by listening on the channels. You can make a new friend across the world. You can learn things. So I hope you give it a try. If you have any questions, I'm sure you contact support down here. Ask him for help. Okay, well, I hope you give Zello a try and tell your friends about it. And I hope my demo helped you out. Thank you. Bye.